Today, for this week of Cheap, Fast, and Healthy, we will be making fresh Vietnamese spring rolls. First, let's go over our ingredients. First, you'll need spring roll paper, about 14 sheets. We're going to be making a lot. Next, you'll need 1 cup of fresh mint leaves, washed. Then next, you'll need 7 ounces of shrimp. I also washed them, but you want to make sure they're cooked and devined. Next, you will also need a lot of lettuce leaves, about 14 lettuce leaves. After that, you will also need 2 cups of cooked rice vermicelli. We will be making this next. Also going in our fresh spring rolls, you will need some bean sprouts and some shredded carrots. For the sauce going along with our fresh spring rolls, you will need 4 tablespoons of rice vinegar, 4 tablespoons of fish sauce, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and 1 cup of water. The first thing we're going to do is cook our rice vermicelli, which is just basic rice noodles. You're going to want to cook them for about 10 to 12 minutes or whatever the directions entail. For these, we're going to be cooking them in warm but not boiling water because we don't want them to burn and stick. And we're cooking them now because we want to make sure there's enough time for them to cool before we put them in our spring rolls. While it's cooking for 10 to 12 minutes, you're going to want to make sure to stir it occasionally to make sure they don't stick to the bottom of the pan and burn. Next, we're going to be prepping the filling for our fresh spring rolls. So first, we're going to be starting off with the shrimp. Shrimp are a really good source of minerals and protein, and they also support brain and heart health. We're going to start by just cutting off the tails because we don't want to eat that part. The next thing we're going to be doing is cutting our shrimp in half across the top horizontally. This, you want to be super careful not to cut your fingers. We cut these so that they'll fit in the spring rolls better, and they'll lay flatter so you'll have a nicer roll. Next, we're going to grab a new cutting board and new knife and cut up our mint. You want to leave the leaves mostly whole. A couple health facts about mint is a great source of vitamin C, A, and E, as well as beta carotenes. They also are a great source of calcium, potassium, magnesium, iron, and dietary fibers. After your noodles are done cooking, you're going to want to strain all the water out and place them in the fridge to cool down before we put them in the rolls. After your noodles are done cooking, we're going to start on the sauce to go with our spring rolls. First, we're going to add 1 cup of water into a saucepan. Then we're also going to add 4 tablespoons of rice vinegar, 4 tablespoons of fish sauce, And last, 1 tablespoon of granulated white sugar. Now we're going to stir until the sugar is completely dissolved. Afterwards, we're going to remove from the heat and let it cool down completely before we serve. Next, we're going to start fully assembling our spring rolls. First, you're going to take your rice wrapper and dip it in a bowl of warm water. This is going to soften it up and make it easy to work with. You want to make sure you fully submerge it and get it all soft. Be super gentle. Once the rice paper gets all soft, it can be easy for it to rip, so try and be careful. It should look like this when you're done. Lay it out on your cloth and try and flatten out all of the wrinkles. This will help when rolling it later. Okay, that part's just staying. First, what we're gonna do is take 4 leaves of mint. Next, we're gonna put 4 pieces of shrimp. On top of that, we're gonna put a couple pieces of lettuce. I wanna fully cover the mint and the shrimp. Next, we're gonna add a handful of our rice noodles. Next, we're gonna add bean sprouts. And last, we're gonna top with another piece of lettuce to cover it all up. Kind of like wrapping your burrito, you're gonna fold in the sides first. And then roll from the top down. It might be kind of hard your first couple of times, but you'll get the hang of it eventually. And either way, it's gonna taste delicious. Once you finish rolling all of your spring rolls, you can serve with the sauce we made earlier. Hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching.